I recently stumbled upon a video that I found quite disturbing. And oddly enough, it was fitness-related content.
I did become enhanced at 17. Is that something that you're willing to do in the future?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever it takes?
Whatever it takes.
To even think that he's slightly considering it at 14?
Now, I didn't think I'd see the day where I'd be describing fitness-related content as disturbing, but here we are in 2025. The video in question is one that Larry Wheels uploaded on his channel 7 months ago. The video showcases a 14-year-old fitness influencer.
Eric English, very famous, 1.5 million followers.
There could be a lot of issues with somebody being a fitness influencer at 14. One of the main issues is that kind of pressure to look a certain way while constantly comparing yourself to other fitness influencers who are generally enhanced is not healthy for somebody at that age. Now, recently this young man has posted some videos of himself and his transformation is quite dramatic. Now, one could only speculate that there is a possibility he could be using PEDs, but I really hope that he isn't. I started working out very young as well, and I had aspirations to be a bodybuilder just like this young man has. I developed a lot of issues with my mental health. I had severe body dysmorphia. It took a lot of therapy for me to work through all of this. And I see a lot of issues with the way Larry Wheels has responded to this kid's aspirations, namely a specific part where he discusses whether or not he's going to use PEDs as a teenager. I have a serious issue with a lot of the things that we're normalizing in society nowadays.
Hanging out with that guy, the steroid 18-year-old, that cannot be good.
And this video really bothered me on a deep level. If you're a young person watching this and you're contemplating using steroids, don't take steroids. Stay natural. You can develop a good physique without steroids. You don't need to compete with these fitness influencers. So let's get into this video and I'm gonna discuss what I see wrong with it.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are here at One Gen Gym in Claremont, California. And today I'm with inspirational Eric English. It's gonna be a crazy shoulder pump. You just sprained your wrist, so we're gonna have a high volume approach today. Stay away from the crazy PRs and just see how jacked you really are. Perfect. Right. Yeah, you know, if you can't do like a barbell press or a dumbbell press because you have some limitation like you have, for example, with your wrist, this is a great alternative.
Now, I already have an issue with this video. I just think it's a little bit weird that a 14-year-old is working out with a 30-year-old, especially a 30-year-old that's open about using PEDs.
You know, like for me, my inspiration to start working out was bullying, low self-esteem, depression, boredom, a lot of negative emotion.
I find it interesting that Larry Wheels is talking about how the reason why he started working out was bullying, low self-esteem, and a lot of negative emotions. Being a fitness influencer at 14 years old can bring about a lot of those negative emotions because you are constantly comparing yourself to other people and you're comparing yourself to the top 1% physiques in the world.
Started doing push-ups, really liked it. And it was like something I was super good at compared to other people. And I was like, okay, something I'm good at. Got to a point where I was like the best in my school at it, and it was like something I was really good at. I enjoyed it a lot.
When I was in elementary, kids would struggle doing 10, 20 push-ups. I was doing like 100. So I knew like, okay, I probably have a future in something like this. That's what also got me hooked on powerlifting. I figured out really quick that I have a future in the sport because at 16, 17, and you'll probably figure this out for yourself too.
You were doing some crazy lifts back then.
I was the strongest guy in the gym.
So at 16 or 17, Larry Wheels was already the strongest guy in the gym. And it's well known that Larry Wheels was starting to use steroids at a very young age. So this is already not a good influence for this 14-year-old kid.
Feel any rest, you're good.
I'm getting dwarfed so bad.
I wouldn't say that. Let me bring some other 14-year-olds here, you can dwarf them.
So if you hear what Eric just said right there, he said, I'm getting dwarfed so bad. That's not something he should be thinking about. Larry Wheels dwarfs everyone. He's a huge bodybuilder and he's enhanced. So he's already comparing himself to the top 1% of enhanced athletes.
Sure.
I'm recovering from a super bad bulk, so I'm a little bit chunky right now, but.
So what are you trying to bulk to?
See, he's already calling himself chunky. That's a problem. The kid's not even chunky. He's in really good shape for a 14-year-old. That's unnecessary pressure that doesn't need to be put on such a young person.
Well, I have to cut now because, you know, Anton?
Yeah,
I talked to him, he was like, your insulin might be a little bit too high. So I gained like 30 pounds in a month.
Okay.
It's just-
So he's talking about this bodybuilder who turned pro at 19 named Anton, and he's saying that his insulin might be too high. A 14-year-old kid shouldn't be talking about his insulin being too high. Now, obviously, this kid Anton that turned pro is most likely not natural. And these are the type of people he's friends with, so you can imagine what this may lead him to.
So I gained like 30 pounds in a month.
Okay.
Just eating
Wow.
a ton, and then
Sheesh.
I'm recovering from that now. I was 190 when I still got the Olympia, and now 185. So
Wow. Okay. 185, and you're trying to cut down to what exactly?
not a specific weight, just whatever I feel like I look decent at. Then
Because you're at an interesting spot because you're still going through puberty.
yeah, I don't want to get too lean.
Well, you'll be gaining a lot of lean muscle mass in the next few years.
Excited for that, yeah.
Yeah, see, he's gonna be gaining a lot of lean muscle mass in the next few years. So I really hope that this kid isn't on anything right now. If you look at his transformation, it's really hard to see that happening completely naturally. I really hope that this young man is not taking any type of performance enhancing drugs at such a young age, because that can cause a lot of problems down the road.
Anton's 19, right?
I think he's 21 now.
21 now?
Yeah.
I think he won his pro card when he was 19.
He just had his birthday
Okay.
a month ago or something like that. So
Do you want to be a bodybuilder when you're older?
yeah, that's the dream.
Professional bodybuilder?
Yeah.
Make a living off of the sport?
Yeah.
So you heard it right there. He wants to be a professional bodybuilder when he's older.
You know what? Build a platform a little bit, and then I can do bodybuilding when I'm older without having to worry about like a side job or all that.
Hey, that's the right approach. I started filming and posting my lifts when I was 16, and it took me till I was probably like 23 before I had a platform, like before I had over 1 million followers. And you have over 1 million at 14. You're not gonna slow down anytime soon. I didn't hit a big growth spurt until I was 17.
Till 17.
Like
So this kid has over 1 million followers at 14 years old. Now that comes with a bunch of issues in itself. And now Larry Wheels is promoting him to become a bodybuilder and build his following.
I went from 180 at like 6'1" to like 240,
Yeah.
you know? But then naturally, I only went from like 180 at like 15, 16-ish to like 195 or so. So I didn't have like this huge explosive natural growth. I did become enhanced at 17.
So there he is right there saying that he became enhanced at 17. Now, how do you think this young man is gonna take that information in? He's gonna say, my idol's doing it, which he probably idolizes Larry Wheels, and he may think that he has to do the same thing.
I did become enhanced at 17. Is that something that you're willing to do in the future?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. That's the mindset I had.
That's crazy. Larry Wheels is 30 years old, and he just asked that kid if he's willing to get enhanced, and he said, whatever it takes. That's the mindset I have. A 30-year-old man should be telling a 14-year-old not to take steroids at all. And if you're watching this and you're a young person, don't take steroids. There are a lot of negative side effects associated with steroids that a lot of people are just glazing over in a lot of these videos.
When I was like 110 pounds, in my school gym, I do a lot of lifts, but
Okay.
I mean, I just got too many injuries and it stops me down in the long run. It's like, it's good for social media sometimes, or you're doing a power meet or something, but it's not really my goals. I just want to get as big as possible.
Hey, I hear you, and I respect you committing to one discipline. When I became a great powerlifter, I wasn't trying to be a bodybuilder or an influencer or a businessman. It was just powerlifting. I hyper-focused on my goal, and I achieved it. When I tried to do multiple disciplines, like powerlifting, bodybuilding, X, Y, and Z, all at the same time, that's where I started to hit a plateau, start making progress, start getting injuries.
Now, when I watch these videos of bodybuilders talking, they look really gassed out just from lifting weights. And a lot of bodybuilders have heart problems because they're enhanced and because they're carrying too much muscle.
Unless you're starting with a great coach from day one, you'll probably do a lot of trial and error on your own and discover, oh, I shouldn't do that, shouldn't do this. And it took me 2 years from when I got started at 17 to actually start working with a coach, because I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep injuring myself.
Yeah, you're getting back-to-back injuries because you're using performance-enhancing drugs and it's pushing your body too far.
It's cementing your trajectory. I mean, a lot of us wish we had that kind of mentorship when we were starting out. It would have saved us a lot of time and injuries. Now, my bodybuilding career is limited if I want to pursue bodybuilding as like a professional, because I have countless injuries that are affecting the symmetry of my physique. I have torn my quad. There's missing muscle tissue in my quad. My biceps torn. You guys can see from here, right? I've had pec injuries in the past, minor, but enough to like cause like an imbalance.
Disrupt, yeah.
Yeah.
So Larry Wheels is basically saying he has a bunch of injuries, and a lot of this has to do with the fact that he's pushed his body too much. Larry Wheels actually had rhabdomyosis a few years ago, and rhabdomyosis is a condition that causes damages to skeletal muscle, and it can be caused by different types of drugs and medication, as well as pushing your body too hard. This is not somebody that should be telling a young person what to do with their body in the future. Obviously, he's having a lot of health issues, and he's only 30 years old.
So you committing fully to bodybuilding, I totally support that. It's the right thing to do.
No, fully committing to bodybuilding at 14 is not the right thing to do. If anything, you should go in the opposite direction, like become more of an athlete. Bodybuilding is literally the most unhealthy thing you could possibly do with yourself.
There it is.
Turn it. There you go.
I'm not gonna lie, this whole pose down aspect of this video is really weird because this kid's like 14 and Larry Wheels is like 30. I'm not saying anything about Larry Wheels' character. I don't really know much about him because I stopped bodybuilding a long time ago. But judging from this video, I'm not a big fan of him because I think he should be encouraging this young man to do things in a more healthy manner and to stay away from a sport like bodybuilding, as well as using performance enhancing drugs.
All right, that is a wrap for today's shoulder and bicep workout. Eric, thank you so much for coming out here today, being a part of our channel. I am super excited to see your trajectory in the sport. I like that you're dialed in, you're in the right environment, surrounded by the right people, and getting the mentorship you need to cement your success.
Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. It's like a dream come true coming out, working with you.
I don't think he's surrounded by the right people. This was not a good influence on this kid. Talking about using performance enhancing drugs with a 14-year-old who's highly impressionable, who doesn't really have a lot of life experience, is not a good thing. I find this to be a parallel to when they do those child beauty pageants. It's unnecessary pressure for a young person. I have a lot of problems with the way Larry Wheels addresses Eric's response to when he asks him if he's going to get enhanced in the future. He should have just flat out told him not to take steroids altogether. Now, obviously, Larry Wheels is a bodybuilder and he became famous because of what he's doing, but he's also had a bunch of health problems as a result of this. It sounds like this kid wants to get the results as quickly as possible, and because he's gotten so much fame so fast, he has a lot more pressure to look a certain way. And if you look at him now, he has dramatically increased his muscle maturity, but he looks like he may be enhanced. And I really hope for his sake, he isn't. Once again, if you're a young person watching this video, don't take steroids. I recommend not bodybuilding either because it's not a healthy thing to do. And you can see this because we have lost a lot of fitness influencers and bodybuilders. It seems like every 6 or 7 months, we're hearing about a few more bodybuilders or fitness influencers passing away because of the drugs they're using and the unhealthy lifestyle that accompanies bodybuilding. That's all I got for this video. If you want to discuss this further in the comments, if you want to like and subscribe to this video, it helps me reach more people with this message and it helps me with the algorithm. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening. Stay skeptical. See you in the next video. I'm out.